Yeah, guys. So as we discussed yesterday, we kind of covered attaching a source to a repository. And for this arbitrary example, we just use NetSuite as that's a common use case for customers. So now we're going to use integration to push and pull records to the given repository. But before we do that, we have to set up an MDM connector. So first things first, to get the URL you want to consume, it's fairly simple. You just go to your repository, and then from here, you click on your model. So for this example, employee, and let's just make sure that we have our NetSuite source synced, which is great. Nothing's going on because we're going to have to do that in a future topic. But notice the URL right here. So mine is, since it's a QA account, it's qahub.pipeline.boomi.com/MDM. But for normal account, I have the same thing right here. It's mdm.boomi.com/MDM. So you only want up to this point right here for a production-based account. And for a QA account, you just want up to here specifically. So I'm going to copy this into my account because I'm going to be doing it on QA. So I'm going to get my master data hub connector. It's called MDM. There we go. So here's my MDM connector. I'm going to upsert. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new connection. Here's my URL. And then my credentials you're going to get right from the repository itself. You see how you can configure. So let's click that. So my username is going to be right there. My token is going to be here. We can generate a new one if needed for security reasons, or if the user for some reason can't use that token. So that's all that's needed for the connection component. So I'm going to save and close that. And then I'm going to make a new operation, which essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to import with that new MDM connection that I created. And then the source is going to be your source ID. So I believe we named it NS, but we'll double check that. So here's my source ID, NS, capital N, capital S. So let's click next. Employee, great. So that's exactly what we expected, our employee model. And we're finished. So we successfully proved that the authentication works, the URL is fully qualified, and now we have a request profile, which we will fill out. So for a typical MDM use case, think of it, for example, maybe you have like a NetSuite start shape, and you essentially do your mapping logic from NetSuite to your upsert request. So the given information here, and then from there you insert it right into MDM. But just for this example, we have a working connector now, and what we're going to do is we'll just replicate a NetSuite source using, for example, a message shape, like a flat file, and then we'll map it over to the source. And then from there, we'll go over some of the needed steps for that. All right, sounds good, guys. Have a nice rest of your day.